What's going on YouTube? Is Donnie B all day. All right, so I'm bringing you a knife today. I know it's a little guy. This is a knife made by a company called Sarge. And I've been following up on these guys, and they make some pretty decent little knives. This one is their entry level blade, and it's called, I have it over there, the Black Diamond Cut Liner Lock folding knife. It's not the lack. It's not the lack of a knife. So it's the Sarge Black Diamond Cut Liner Lock Folder Knife. You can find these on eBay. I want to say, what did I found it for 14 bucks, $13.95. And as far as $13.95 is concerned, so far just opening the package, it's worth it. It's got a black aluminum handle. It does have a liner lock. The liner lock is jimped. The thumb ramp is jimped. It's got double-sided thumb studs. It's a nice knife. It's a knife. Feels like a hollow grind. It's got a deep pocket clip. It's one position, tip down, boop. And I have to say, so far out of the box without doing a thing to it, I like it. So here's the thing. I'm in my shop shirt for my forge, and I was back there. I was making a little something that I'm going to be bringing to you soon. It's almost done. It's about, I want to say, 95% complete. I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek so you know it's coming, so you can stay tuned. It's pretty close to this. All right, well, maybe not. So this is 4 1/8 closed with a 3 1/8 blade. Slightly different. This one I'm bringing you, this is a D-Bad custom special. This one I made, and basically I wanted to pay homage to the Old West buoy, the Musso buoy, as a lot of people know it as. So I took down this big piece of steel, I sanded it down, I even blued it. So you can see this black right here. That's part of the original coating that was on the blade. And what I did is I sanded down the whole thing. And then I left just spots of it, little splashes all over the place, because I wanted to give it a very Japanese looking feel to the actual steel. And then I blued it. I blued it on top of that. And I have to say, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I did my, without a bevel jig, I did my whole thing without even a flat thing to put it on, no table. I did it all by hand, this bevel. When you're doing over 15 inches of bevel and making it a straight line, I'll tell you what, it's kind of cool. But a little black and red micarta, I'm not done with it yet. Almost there, but we're not talking about that one. We will be, stay tuned. We're talking about this guy right here. I know it's a far cry, it's a big difference, but this one has something that one doesn't. And I don't mean the ability to fold. I mean, it's sharp. So let's see how sharp it really is here. Oh, wow. This is my first time testing the sharpness of this blade, and it is shave sharp out of the box. I'll tell you what, this isn't a bad little pocket knife. For 13 bucks, this is way better than most, $20, $19.95 entry-level blades. Buck has that entry-level blade. Doesn't even come close to this thing. Not even close as far as entry-level. This thing is really nice. If you're a young guy out there and you're looking to buy a first knife, or if you're looking to buy a knife for a young guy, or even if you're an older guy and you have a bunch of knives and you just need something that you can beat up and not worry about $13.95? Are you kidding me? So far, so good, but we don't know. Who knows? Because I haven't done anything with it yet. All I know is that it's sharp out of the box. It does have a tensioner screw, so you can play with that, because it came, pretty tight, which I'm not mad about, because I'm not in the market of, fast flip. I'm not some kind of, I don't go out there and have contests with my friends who can open their knife the fastest. I need a knife to be a knife, so I really don't care how fast or slow it is. This one's pretty decent. This one's going to go on my everyday carry rack, because I can get a lot of use out of this if it holds up. Now, fit and finish. It does have, looks like, no, okay, it does have one side where the liner lock is the only steel insert. You're held on by 4, looks like Chicago type screws. You do have a lanyard hole. I'll tell you what, man, I actually like this. I like this. It's not so bad. I hope it holds up, because so far this is kind of cool. All right, so let's take this $13.95 knife and go outside with it. All right, good. We got it going. I couldn't even tell if you started yet. All right, so got a little water bottle, and I got the old staff sergeant. All right, here we go. Let's see how sharp this thing really is. Sharp, Sarge. All right, so the edge on the Sarge just, I mean, easily seared through that bottle. Is that a tough task? Not really, but I'll tell you what, a dull knife doesn't do it like that. So let's keep going. All right, so we're going to do a couple 4-foot drop tests. Let's see how straight this thing falls through the air. Woo! I'll tell you what, that was dead straight. All right, so that's not so bad. Best way to see if it's a nice, tight, right, out of sight blade. Hard downward throws. No wobbling. Entry level blade. Opens, closes. Let's check that spine. See how that works. It doesn't close on your hand. So far, so good. So far, so good. Bueno. So let's check this out right here. Wow, man, it is so sharp. All right, so the rope, it's like it's not even there. This vacuum cleaner hose is frozen. It's hard to open up. But this knife is just going right through. Remember, this is just a 440 steel. You know, good for prevent rust corrosion. You know what I mean? You still got to take care of it. It will rust eventually if you abuse it, but it's going to hold up pretty well against the elements. And I have to say, man, you know, there's nothing going on with this thing that shouldn't be. All right, let's see. Let's see here. Kindling maker. Remember, on a cheap blade, doesn't matter if it's thick wood or not. A cheap blade, and this is hardwood too, I got to mention that. Doing processing stuff like this on a very cheap blade will give you warps and folds and bends and dings and stuff like that. So while it doesn't look like much because it's thin pieces of wood, it's hard wood, and that looks mighty fine. That looks mighty fine. Let's see here. I'm losing them all. I'm losing all my curls here. I'm going the opposite direction I normally go in, so that's not helping. All right, so here we go. A couple of push cuts. Woo! Boy, howdy. That's pretty fine. That's pretty fine. Let's see. Can it shave? Yeah, man. Got to make some arrows, some spears, some pit spikes. Got to trap some food. I'll tell you what. This little guy right here, it's got a pretty nice edge. I want to roast some hot dogs and marshmallows. You know, them kids are whining. Daddy, I want marshmallows. Shut up. Here's your marshmallow stick. And, man, it makes it pretty simple. Pretty simple. You're a construction worker. You keep one of these in your pocket when your pencil goes dull. There you go. You got a pencil sharpener. Voila. I still can't get over that this is their $13.95 entry-level blade. So far, so good. I mean, what else can I really do with it to show you? I got some more stuff. This is a cone, a sports cone. Let's see. This is hard to cut through. Let me hold it up like this so I can get it because it's really flat. Woo! man, it eats it like the paper test. Ooh-wee. Wow. All right, so that's not so bad. That's not so bad at all. It's a little too small to do chopping with. So we're not going to do chops. Batoning with it. Should have showed you anything like that anyway. But here we go. That's a nice big fat hunk of hardwood. And that was a knot. That's why that was laying there like that. Any warps, any dings, any dents, any folds. Nothing. Not so bad. Now, the only way to find out if this thing's going to fall apart on me is if I throw it into something. So let's go do that. All right, we have a target. Let's see if we can't get this thing around. That's a miss. That there is a miss. But let's see. No wobbles. No parts missing. Hey, it didn't take long. It didn't take long. So I had to get used to the, look at that. I had to get used to the feeling of the handle. Because it is aluminum, it's slick. So it came out of my hand weird the first time. But it's weighted so well that it just flew pretty nicely. I gotta say, I like it. This thing is tight. This thing is tight. There's no wobbling, no moving. Check this out, guys. I'll tell you what. If you're looking for a cheap knife that's not a throwaway knife, you're looking to spend no more than 15 bucks, go on eBay and look up this brand right here. This is Sarge. And I'm going to be buying a few more of their knives because so far so good. I'm liking their product. Remember, this is entry level. Entry level. I can't wait to find out how good a non-entry level knife is. If this is their bottom of the barrel, this is the stuff they kick out just to put out stuff for people that can't afford other stuff, and it's this good a quality, I'll tell you what, I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty impressed. It's making me want to go out and pick up more Sarge knives. And I already have a few that I'm looking at, and whether or not I was going to pull the trigger on them basically came down to whether or not this performed well. And I have to say that, in all honesty, this is a good knife. This is a good knife. This is not a $13.95 knife. You know what I mean? This is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. So it all held together. I'm looking to see if there's anything. I got some sap on there. I thought it might have been a little chunk taken out. It was just sap. This thing is tight, tight, tight. All right. So I'll tell you what, guys. I'm not going to go to the rack because I'm sitting out here and I got stuff to do. So I'm just going to tell you right now. Can I recommend this knife? This entry-level Sarge knife for $13.95. That's how much I found it for. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I can recommend this. I can recommend. You got a Boy Scout in the family, something like that? Oh my God, they would love this guy. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go and go work on that buoy some more. So I will be seeing you soon. I'm Donnie B all day. And until next knife.